Yo, what's going on YouTube? Devour here. Today we are going over the top 5 best class setups to be rocking in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. This is an absolute no-nonsense top 5 best class setups as well, guys. Everything will be time-coded down below, so if you just want one particular class setup, skip ahead to that, get in, get out, get ahead, and yeah, everything today is very quickly, efficiently done. You have a 30 to 40 second clip showing the gun, showing what it can do, the type of carnage it can do, and then a 30 to 40-second overview of the class setup and me going over the class setup. That way it explains to you why I picked those attachments and why we tuned it in such a way so you guys can do it on your own next time. As you guys can see up first, we do have the ISO Hemlock, and if you guys are seeing this kill feed right now, your mind is just as blown as mine. This gun is actually insane. I think it caught a slight nerf with the start of Season 3, but as you can see, it really didn't do anything. And hopping right into the gun class setup, we got the Phantom Grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, -9 on the bottom, -26 on the left hand side for more aim down sight speed and more sprint to fire speed. The Res 2 stock, aim walking speed and sprint speed, and then we tune it for a little bit of additional aim down sight speed. That's -1.68 on the left hand side. We got the Chrono Mini Red Dot. You tune that all the way over to the right, and what that does is it gives you virtually zero visual recoil, so it looks like your gun isn't moving. It helps out a ton. I use that on any classes that I like to use reticles on. It helps out a ton. We got the FSS Shark Fin. It gives you aiming idle stability, and then we tune it for some extra aim down sight speed. And lastly, we have the Komodo Heavy Muzzle. It's going to give you horizontal recoil control, but we're going to tune it to give us more gun kick control and more recoil stabilization as well. This muzzle is absolutely insane. A lot of professional players prefer this for their TAC 56 professional play TAC classes. All right, moving right along into our next gun, guys. We have the Lockman Sub, aka the MP5, and what makes this gun and what makes some of the other submachine guns on our list so good is the muzzle attachment at the very top of this MP5. At the tippity top, it's the spiral flash hider thing. A lot of professional players, pretty much every professional Vaznev player has it on their Vaznev now. It literally gives you just about zero recoil, and it doesn't take away too much aim down sight speed. It feels like it doesn't take away any, but I don't want to say that because, you know, people gonna be like, oh, he says it doesn't take away any. But basically, the mobility on this build is insane. The damage range on this build is insane. Aim down sight speed, insane. Recoil control, as you guys can see, we're shooting this guy from like 40, 50 meters away, and it just does not matter. We're hitting every single shot. Hopping right into the gun class setup, we'll start with the Lockman TCG Rear Grip 10. So it actually gives recoil control, but we're gonna tune it to give us sprint to fire speed, and we're gonna tune it to give us aim down sight speed. Go ahead and copy down those values. -16 on the bottom, -26 on the left hand side. Moving into our stock, we got the Mir Recoil 56 factory stock. Man, that is a mouthful. Aiming stability, recoil control, and sprint speed, and we tune it to give us a little bit extra aim down sight speed as well. We got the FSS Shark Fin 90, as is tradition, gives you aiming idle stability, and then we tune it to give us even more aim down sight speed. Now, all the attachments so far, we're pretty much getting aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed from our tuning, and then we also have another attachment, which is the barrel. It's going to give us more movement speed and aim down sight speed. So literally the only attachment that we have controlling recoil is the Spiral V3 flash hider. That should tell you how good and amazing this attachment is. If you guys love running around with submachine guns like myself, this is the best muzzle attachment, and you need to make sure that if it's available on your gun, you are utilizing it. It will help you out a ton. Moving right into our next gun, guys. I know you guys have seen this gun all over your ranked play matches and probably all over your public matches as well. It's the Vaznev. Now, if I had to pick between the Lockman Sub and the Vaznev, I'd say the Vaznev is just more consistent, but the Lockman Sub, it feels better, man. I'm just such an MP5 nut. But the Lockman Sub and this Vaznev class, I feel like their time to kills are very similar. The Vaznev, like I'd say, is just a little bit more consistent, probably a little bit more consistent at longer ranges as well, because you could definitely beam. But the same thing that makes the Lockman Sub class so good and zero recoil and really good mobility is the exact same thing as what's going to make our Vaznev so good, and that again is going to be the spiral flash hider rear attachment. Moving into all the attachments, first up we got the True Tack grip. It's going to give you sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. And of course, we're going to tune it for more sprint to fire speed and more aim down sight speed. The Orizats stock, I have no idea how to say that, aim walking speed and sprint speed. And then we're going to tune it just to give us a little bit of additional aim walking speed. Now, I know we normally tune it for like aim down sight speed, but that one, it actually gives you too much negative, so you don't want to take that on. Then we got the Shark Fin 90 grip. Again, it gives you aiming idle stability, and we tune it for a little bit extra aim down sight speed. That way we have virtually zero negatives with that one. And then the barrel is optional if you're in ranked play. Obviously, I don't think you use the barrel because it's GA'd, but up to you. I use the barrel because it makes the bullets hit faster and you get a little bit better damage range. And then of course, we got the Spyro V3.5 flash hider. Like I said, if you have this attachment as an option for any submachine gun that you're using, please, please, please make sure you're using it. It will make your submachine gun 10 times better than whatever you got on there, I promise. Up next is the M4, guys. Now, there's not too much I can say about the M4, guys. This gun was banned by the professional players. I believe it was the very first gun banned by the professional players. Actually, it was the AK-74U was the first gun banned, and then the M4 was banned. But the M4 is just absolutely disgusting, guys. It is a submachine gun up close with its insane mobility and super low recoil, and then it is a crazy AR at range because it does have low recoil, and the time to kill is way better than the TAC 56s as well. So if someone is really like beating the shit out of you with the TAC 56, pull out this M4 class and you will put them in the dirt. As you can see, the only problem that I'm having with my M4 right now is I run out of ammo too quickly, unfortunately, and respawn. But for search and destroy, that won't be a problem at all. Or you can just pull out the, you know, the Blick Skiddly on the hip Skiddly and then get the job done. Moving right into the first attachment, we got the Phantom grip, sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, and we tune that for more sprint to fire speed and more aim down sight speed, as is tradition. Moving into the stock, we got the Demo Fade Pro stock. It's going to give you aim walking speed and sprint speed, and then we're going to tune it to give us extra aim down sight speed. That's going to be a negative 2.58 on the left hand side. And then we got the Chrono Mini Red Dot. Like I said earlier, if your iron sights on your gun are not that good, or if you need to shoot people from really far away, you want to use the Chrono Mini Red Dot or whichever red dot you're most comfortable with. Tune it all the way over to far, and then when it's bouncing around, it's going to give you virtually zero visual recoil. It's going to help you be extremely accurate. The Edge 47 grip, aiming idle stability, recoil stabilization, and we're going to tune it for a little bit extra recoil stabilization as well. And our final attachment, the High Tower 20-inch barrel, bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy. And then we tune it for some additional recoil steadiness, making it just an absolute non-moving beamer, just like negative recoil out here. And the last gun on today's top 5 list, I'm sure you guys have ran into this into your ranked play matches all the time, but this has a slight twist on it. I don't believe it's actually allowed in ranked play, so you can only use this specific class not in ranked play. If you want to use it in ranked play, you just change the ammunition type to high velocity. But Exclusive Ace recently did a video on the TAC 56 that if you have the barrel on there and you do high velocity, basically they kind of cancel each other out. Like the high velocity doesn't add any more high velocity than the barrel already does add. So because we have the high barrel on there, we'll go into the rear attachment first. Sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, tune it for more sprint to fire, more aim down sight speed. And then moving into the ammunition that I was talking about, it's the overpressured bullets. So it makes the enemy team flinch. So every time you hit them, it increases their recoil. It throws off their shot. And then we actually tune it to give us even better recoil control. So this ammunition type ends up being even better than the high velocity, because the high velocities, like according to Exclusive Ace, basically does nothing for you while you have the large barrel on there. The Shark Fin 90 grip, as is tradition, little bit extra aim down sight speed. The Komodo heavy muzzle, horizontal recoil control, and we tune it for more gun kick control and more recoil stabilization, of course. And then the final attachment, which is the barrel, which I do think is very important. I see some people trying to use like the small barrel on the TAC 56. Honestly, it just looks like you're ruining the gun from someone who's iridescent in ranked play. Use the large barrel, guys. Use the 17.5-inch barrel, guys. Please, please, please use the barrel. And then here I have a small honorable mention for you guys today. The P90 or the PDSW, whatever the hell the Modern Warfare 2 trying to call it. As you can see, those two attachments have no tuning on it. The Chrono Mini Red Dot has some attachment, some tuning on it. I'll show you guys. If you guys would like to see gameplays with these guns done live and see me finding new overpowered weapons done live, I do stream on Kick every other day for a minimum of 6 hours. I normally start the streams over here on YouTube. Hope you guys will consider subscribing and dropping a like for more super fast and informative videos like this. Peace and love, babies.
I think I changed brown, cause when the bitches hear this, they're gonna be like, wow. Smoking gas, living fast, wearing velvet.